Get ready to rock, ladies, gentlemen, they, them, and everyone else in between. My name's SPF Dark, and we're here tonight, coming out live with the CCA with our Season 5 premiere match. Of course, my name is SPF Dark, and I'm not here alone. With something like as exciting as this, I can't do this by myself. I'm joined by a very lovely friend here tonight.
Hello, I'm Astro here, and my goodness, we've starting off strong with a great Division 1 game between the GMU Patriots and the Carne Inksada Fries.
You gotta love it. Div 1 right out the gate. This is the top of the top for the season, out of what I believe is Div 1 through 5, if I'm correct on that part. But yeah, Div 1 opening, I'm very excited for this one. And of course, as we said, is GMU Patriots hailing from the George Mason University versus the Carne Inksada Fries, which is from San Diego State University. And one thing I want to point out from the stats real quick is that they both are second place finishers from the last season.
Yeah, Carne Inksada Fries coming up from Division 2 from last season, and GMU Patriots coming up from Division 3. Both of them placed second place in their respective divisions. So it's going to be interesting to see how much these teams improved and what splash they can make in Division 1.
Most definitely, and of course, the little thing that might throw a little bit like a hair into the sort of bucket right here is the fact that this is a completely new season in terms of the game. New maps, new weapons, just a whole bunch of new stuff for these players to play with, and just to sort of see what exactly they can cook up. If I remember this correctly, we've only seen a few Rebel Ramen maps last game. Which, by the way, speaking of Rebel Ramen, Spat Zones is our first match of the night.
Yeah, and you know what? We've got a map with some big flank routes and a lot of height differences. I really want to see chargers here. I kind of hate pencil, but you gotta play pencil on Stone's Common.
Yeah, most definitely. I think this is definitely one of my more favorite maps from the third generation of this game. It's just so good. It's so much fun to play around, and I'm pretty sure a lot of competitive players actually enjoy this map as well. I'm not too sure about the mode. I think there's a few modes on this map that are kind of iffy, but for the most part, this map is a very solid pick right now, and I cannot think any other way, a better way to start off this season.
Absolutely, and really quickly looking at some stats in the background, both of these teams, they don't really have charger players. That might have changed since last season though, because with the introduction of the pencils and all that, well, maybe some of them have picked up the charger role. But it seems like both of these teams are kind of more Splatling type of teams.
You always gotta show love to those Splatlings, and right now we're about to see exactly who's gonna show love to which Splatling as we head into our first match of the night. Splat Zones on Rebel Ramen. Let's see exactly what they're gonna be bringing tonight.
Alright, on the side of Carne Inksada, no backlines. Interesting. And GMU, the E-leader, is that the custom?
That is... that is definitely going to be some range that these players are going to have to try and work around.
And we already see the leader on this nice little push, hitting an open pick immediately. That's going to be so hard to push back into for Carne Inksada Fries.
Right out the bait, 2 down for Carne Inksada, another one going down. GMU is just pushing up this momentum, showing no relentless. They got second place last season, and they want that victory, surefire victory this time around. So they're just not wasting any time in order pressing up their advantage.
40 points already ticking down, and Carne Inksada are stuck in their spawn. Zuka trying to create some pressure here, but 1 down on each side, 2 for 2. It's only the shot. Can they make history? No! That's a immediate 60-point lead, and it's still a very strong lockout.
This could very well be the CCA's very quickest, fastest opening game in just the entire league season. Right now, it's already at 50 points remaining. Less than a minute has passed, and right now, both teams are struggling to try and take this hold.
Zipcaster trying to make magic happen. 2 go down. Zone does get flipped, and it's going to be a 3 down, maybe a 4 down if they can get this zap.
Not quite exactly what they want, but it's still better than nothing as GMU managed to be put on the back foot right now as Carne Inksada go ahead when they're running in with their aggression. The Octobrush trying to get a pick, but can't exactly get anything right now as Inksada comes out. Maybe this will be the chance for a few plays to happen, and yes, Carne Inksada keeping the momentum going on in their favor.
The E-leader does get pushed out here. It's kind of looking bad. It's the tables have been turned as 40 points remaining for Carne Inksada Fries. GMU has to get something going, but this Crab is in a beautiful spot here to just lock them out for a full 8 seconds.
Most definitely, that Spice player knows exactly what they're doing, as with repositioning well for that Crab that managed to stall out for more time. As right now, it is GMU who is on the back pedal, 10 seconds, points remaining. Carne and Inksada is keeping up the pressure, and I don't think they can get this back in time as they take lead. And is that going to be it? No! It's a 5 for point!
And GMU wins game 1 with that. Wait, no. Carne Inksada Fries wins game 1, right?
Carne Inksada, yes.
Yeah, with that beautiful comeback. Yeah, Jesus. Both teams got one push. Only got one push in, but it looks like both of these teams are just they're lockout teams. They're they just want to get that early hold in, and once they do, they just want to hold as long as they can.
A very beautiful opening by both teams. You know, GMU putting the pressure up early, getting their points all the way down to less than 10 remaining, if I remember correctly, within a minute. And, you know, it was looking dire for Carne Inksada, but no, they managed to flip it, and they managed to rip it, and they managed to take that game all the way to the end in just one single take.
Absolutely. And I think, Crab Tank is, coming back into the meta here. Like on both teams, we saw beautiful... No. I already forgot if only Carne Inksada ran Crab Tank, but Crab Tank just puts out so much pressure in zones now. Like a full 8 seconds of you cannot leave your spawn is so valuable.
And right now, we're exactly see if that Crab Tank will stay or will it go, as we're heading into our second match of the night. Tower Control on Manta Marina, a bit more of a legacy map mode for tonight. For those of us who have been playing in the game for at least a long while since Splatoon 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the tower path here is really hard to push through. Very, very tight choke points, which is in stark contrast to a lot of the Splatoon 3 maps, which have been very open. So we're gonna see some close quarters action, maybe some tri-sloshers. We'll see what we get here.
You have to check those corners. You have to really make sure you know what you're pushing into, because all it takes is just for one well-positioned player with a proper weapon can easily just take out your entire team in less than a second if you don't have that proper awareness right now.
We might see some triple link strikes to take advantage of grouped players. We might see the very rare Booyah Bomb, but we will definitely be seeing Cooler on a map like this as well.
Almost definitely. With it being such a tight map and it's just sort of very claustrophobic in some areas, you have to be sure. You're relying on that tactical or just to be able to just kind of levy some of that pressure and some of that just close quarter as a counters into your favor. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see a cooler weapon. Which one? It's still up in the air, but you know.
Absolutely, and we do see GMU with a substitution. We'll see if that helps them win game 2 or not. It'd be very interesting to see what type of composition changes they're going to make for a very different mode in a very different map.
Definitely, a lot of what Splatoon competitive just kind of boils down to is like how well you can adjust to these kind of very drastic map mode playstyles. You know, Rubble Ramen had like a lot of flanking grounds, had a lot of like open areas and long sides to play around. But Manta Marina, as I've been mentioning before already, very tight, very claustrophobic. So you gotta be able to pivot into that right mindset for this map mode.
Splatlings, I think are a little better on this map just because the grades. Leader on this map is like only very useful in mid, so I don't know if we're gonna see another leader here.
Ooh.
The Dynamo Roller coming out. Okay.
Ooh.
The gold Dynamo with the super jumps?
Yeah, if anything, I probably would have expected the basic the vanilla Dynamo, but you know, I like chumps. You know, I think it's kind of a little bit underrated, but you know, that my personal opinion doesn't matter right now as we head into the second match of the night. One thing I do want to point out as well is that we're seeing Ballpoint on the other side, which I think is very interesting.
I love Ballpoint on this map. Throwback to like 1.4, early game.
Oh, most definitely.
You do see these chumps as they just the Ballpoint didn't know what to do. They were surrounded by chumps.
Yes, that is the one advantage that I really like on this map specifically with Chums. You know, if you get a proper lineup and with that special, you can very much clear out a very good large amount of this map right now. And right now, it seems like Carne and Inksada is using that to advantage. Just keep GMU on the back pedal, pushing them back just slowly, further by further, cycling through those specials. Carne and Inksada with the cooler now, they're gonna go on the aggressive as they try and see how much more they can keep pushing this tower right now.
Huge pivotal pick there allows Crab to get into a really nice spot here. That's the second checkpoint down already. 2 down on the side of GMU. It's kind of like a little bit of a decent but double! Oh! Insane double kill from the Inkjet here, trying to save the game, but another double from the Gold Dynamo!
Oh, it's blow for blow right now as each team are getting pick after pick after pick. These specials are getting cycled in a relatively decent order right now, but no, Carne and Inksada seem to be able to recover just faster than GMU as they keep getting picked off one by one. But no, as I say that, another player from Carne and Inksada goes down, Super Chums come out, and this will be the final stretch as they take it all the way down to 90 points and counting.
Looks like that's going to be end of their push. Unfortunately, I don't think any of them got that cooler. It was destroyed by the tower.
Oof.
But
yeah,
GMU taking back mid with the cooler, with 3 specials online, trying to see what they can do. Gets the Dynamo! Flusher going crazy on this, and the Jet coming out too to just try to take care of Street as the tower inches closer to that first checkpoint.
I'm pretty sure you were the ones who mentioned this, but sloshes on this map are very, very just all around a good weapon to pick around, especially with those ledges that you can just play behind and just hit up and over them. You know, these players are going to be very mindful, our Carne side is being very mindful about where they're standing and where that bucket player is, because they're standing on the wrong ledge, they just can get just rained down upon from that slosher.
Absolutely, and we do see 2 down on the side. It's like 2 down all the time. It's a very weird desync going on the side of Carne and Inksada as Inkjet takes over this left side, and oh no.
Oh. This is not looking good for Carne and Inksada as they keep getting picked one by one. GMU has the momentum going in their favor. Right, they don't have any specials at the ready right now. The Gold Dynamo's got to pick, got to trade out. It's 2 for 2 right now. It's just a scramble as they barely managed to take lead. No, not quite yet. This is just all around chaos right now.
GMU takes the lead by 1 point with 2 minutes left to play.
Oh, these two teams are very well on just making sure to get a very grand opening on their end and just hitting back with the same force right back. And right now, Carne and Inksada, they have the chance to try and take this swing and back into their favor. The momentum carrying forward and forward as 1 goes down, 2 goes down. But that is what is going on right now.
I think a suction bomb just killed 3 people as the quad, the penta.
Oh,
insane!
That is not what you want to see for Carne and Inksada right now. With less than a minute remaining, you have to be sure you can have the standing ground right now to be able to push into their base. But GMU, they're saying no. They're putting a bastion of defense right now as they're just inching slowly forward. They have the advantage right now. They just need to make sure they can tie them out if they want to try and clinch this out.
Absolutely, 1 minute left to play, and the trips are online with the slosher if they can make it all alive, which I think they do. But it doesn't matter. I think they're going to keep going on the offensive.
Oh, and they all have. I think most of them have tactical or 2, so this is very dangerous for Carne and Inksada. Any pick they get right now is not going to be as valuable as it normally would have been. And right now, another one goes down. Triple wing strikes goes out. This is looking very dangerous as it's 12 points remaining and counting. 2 are down for Carne and Inksada, and I believe that's going to be game. No, what am I talking?
GMU gets the knockout.
Oh.
Yuko on the shot there, getting the pentakill in a 4v4 game.
I different game, you know, but I want to say I think that constitutes as play of the game. That definitely got GMU that momentum going into the favor to try to actually get this victory out.
Absolutely. So we're going to game 3, and it's equalized now, 1-1.
Both teams have shown that they're here to stay. Getting that second place victory last season for their entire division left a sour taste in their mouth, and they want victory, and they want victory badly this season around. So I know for a fact that they're all just going to be giving it their all for each and every set for these next few weeks.
Absolutely, and both of these teams, it feels like they play extraordinarily fast.
Yeah, most definitely. It's so far what we've seen is one team gets a very strong opening, and the next team, once they get a little bit of advantage, they take it and go to that same exact distance that the other team got. It's just a back and forth constant fight for for dominance right now.
And going into a mode like Rainmaker, especially Rainmaker on Sturgeon, uh,
Oh.
that can get pretty bad pretty quickly for a team if they don't get that opening push in.
It's gonna be boiling down to how well can you protect your Rainmaker on those elbow pushes. You know, once you get past that first checkpoint, the runway to get a knockout, it's very much I think it's very much defender heavy, and I think this a lot of what this map mode kind of boils down to is who can get that first checkpoint, because usually what I've kind of seen so far is when the first team to get that first checkpoint broken kind of is able to control the pacing of the remainder of the game.
Mm-hmm. And especially because like once you break checkpoint, it takes a very long time to be able to continue pushes. Especially if you go the left route, but not many teams will go the left route. But that choke point right after that first checkpoint is really hard to break through. But once you break through that first choke point, you get like 30 points for free.
Yes, it's definitely gonna be just a game of trying to stall the other team out and try and deny that first checkpoint from the other team, and try and make sure you can get that checkpoint, get to that checkpoint first. And you know, like you just mentioned, there's also always the left route on the sort of just the alternate path that people just kind of avoid. But I think it's also very important to keep that in mind.
I think like the left route is valid if you've already gotten the right checkpoint. But as we're going in, we see that Carne Satisfies returned with that ballpoint again. Wait, did they get a ballpoint last game?
No, I think it was GMU that got the ballpoint.
GMU.
Yeah.
Wait, so they just traded ballpoints. We see the custom jet squelcher with the toxic mist on the side of GMU.
I will say one thing that got changed from last season to this season with Rain Mist, one pick already going down from Carne Inksada, by the way, very strong opening by GMU, is the fact that with wow, what a strong opening. As I'm trying to even get the words out of my mouth, 3 going down from Carne Inksada, GMU has the opening momentum going in the favor, and they're going to try to go to the left point!
Okay, well they get the checkpoint immediately, but they are gonna have to wait for this drawbridge to go down. But they're just gonna immediately pop it with the trip strikes. Drawbridge is all the way down almost, but the crab tank here on the defense, getting one jumps out, getting 2, and it looks like they're only gonna get the checkpoint.
This is gonna be a reset for GMU, but that like I mentioned before, these teams have very strong opening. That first minute of the game really dictates a lot of like the mid-game tempo, and GMU managed to get 3 in such quick fashion that caught me off guard.
Looks like they got another 2, but Soda kind of nullifying that low, as we are just gonna be playing neutral. Slosher going up spinner.
Ooh. As a trade goes out for one for each side of the team. This bucket is going on a very hard aggressive, but doesn't get a pick, I don't think, as both teams are still 1 for 1. It's a fight for neutral. They're just kind of poking each other out, filling each other out, trying to see who's going to slip up first. You know, either one gets a pick, but it gets immediately responded for. And right now, Carne Inksada, they managed to get the Rainmaker and are looking to try and get this going.
A very valuable C-Jet pick out there, giving them a little bit more control. They're going to play the Zuka gets 3 down on the side of the GMU. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Carne Inksada. Colors.
What a shutdown from GMU. Managed to stop Carne Inksada from their tracks, and they're looking to potentially just try and stall the rest of this game out. Like I mentioned before, once you hit that first checkpoint, it is up to you to control the pacing of the rest of this team. And GMU's telling Carne Inksada that no, you're gonna go at our pace. Right now, it's 2 going down for GMU. It's not looking that good right now, but Carne Inksada are trying and making this momentum go into their favor as the ballpoint, or not the ballpoint, the jet squelcher jumps out right in the nick of time.
So the cooler and powered jump, letting them get out, and the Rainmaker does find a pick. It's 1-to-1.
It is trade for trade right now. These teams are just going at it, blow for blow. Not one's getting much of momentum over, but as 3 goes down from GMU, Carne Inksada are looking to try and pull the same trick that they got pulled on earlier as they get that checkpoint.
Suction Bomb is going to get the trade out here, but it's a 1-point lead for GMU here. They got the checkpoint first, so they have the 1-point advantage.
Most definitely, it's up to Carne and Inksada right now. Just try and try and inch that just a little bit closer. But no, it seems like GMU managed to pick up the Rainmaker and push it just back just a little bit farther, so that way they don't have to run the risk of it actually getting that someone just picking up and getting just 1 point instantly. And as Rain goes out, this seems to be looking like a fight for mid once again.
Looks like we're gonna rotate over to the right here. One does go down on the side of Carne and Inksada. Very grouped up players on the side of GMU here. Trying to just play kind of slowly to hold it out.
Most definitely, GMU, they have the pacing in their favor right now. As they have to leave, they can play this as slow as they want. As 3 goes down for Carne and Inksada with 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. Things are not looking good for Carne and Inksada as GMU. They have the map control, they have the paint abilities to try and retake mid and keep them pushed back as far as they can. But no, one is still remaining, Carne and Inksada, and they're trying to make a breakaway for any kind of momentum in their right now.
One goes down on the side of GMU. One down on each side. Rainmaker still kind of in a bad spot. It does get to reset. 1 minute left in a 1-point difference game. This is going to be a close one.
This is definitely going to be a nail-biter as there's just less than a minute, less than a point between each team. One goes out for GMU. Carne and Inksada's looking to try and get that momentum going in their favor as they're going down the original pathing as another one goes down. It is two down, one's resetting. Carne and Inksada might be able to take the lead right now. They managed to take the lead with the breakaway, taking it all the way down to 31 points with 30 seconds remaining. GMU has to have to pull off a miracle right now.
But look at that Rainmaker damage. The Carne and Inksada gets the pick up again, bringing it down to 19 points, 20 seconds remaining. 2 go down on the side of Carne and Inksada, 3 go down. This is GMU's chance, and it looks like it's going to be an overtime push. Look at this rat! What is this rat doing? Getting all of the jumps in.
With it being do or die for GMU right now, they cannot make a mistake right now. With a 19-point lead, that's what I like to call a near knockout scenario for GMU. They need to make that, get pretty much a near knockout victory for them in order to take this right now. As 3 goes down for Carne and Inksada, this might be it, but there's a brush behind. This is a breakaway. Can they take this game for a miracle play?
They have to play slow here. Beautiful Zuka shot. It's 3. Oh no! Oh no! The Zap stays in the game. And that's game 2 for
Carne and Inksada.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm at a loss for words right now.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was the Zap player last alive, right?
I'm pretty sure too. I'm almost certain that was the Zap at the end.
Oh my
god. In a do or die scenario, GMU managed to make an opening, 2 openings for them to potentially take that game. But in just a last-ditch effort, Carne and Inksada, with 1 player remaining, managed to push that stop to a complete halt and winning that game for them.
I think there was like a little last minute decision, I think half the team was like, we gotta go ramp, and the other half was like, we gotta take jump. And then Zap just from the heavens just shut down their dreams right there.
I think we're in this for the long haul. This is very well going to be a what's it called, a 3-3 scenario for both teams.
Yeah. Game 7, my god.
Oh wow, I cannot have asked for a better opening for this season. I'm going to be completely honest.
Both of these teams are just incredible at just causing some hype moments, and it's beautiful to see. As we go into Clam Blitz on Crab Leg, oh god.
Alright, what I like to call Clam Blitz from time to time is just the 5-minute game, where there's some games where it will go the entire 5 minutes without anything happening, and it's going to be down to the pressure of overtime for these players to start making the mistakes in order to get the opening, to get that just 1 Clam victory.
Do we think we're gonna see a custom E leader on this map? Because I know there's been some talks about Kraken cheesing with custom E leader.
It could be a possibility, but also you could also just run one of the closer range Kraken weapons and run your cooler as the back line. Really? There's so many configurations you can make with your weapon comp that it's so hard to tell exactly what these players are gonna go, especially with the meta at least kind of shifting every month and a half. You know, this is.
Hey, I'm just happy we haven't seen Pencil yet this set.
The dreaded pencil. How long do you think? How many streams how many sets? How many games do you think will take before we actually see the pencil?
I don't know. I feel like with CCA matches, you see a lot more comp experimentation, and you see a lot less of just like, oh, a top player is playing this, I'll play this. So like I think we have a couple games until a couple sets until we see Pencil pop up.
It'd be so funny for these teams to just have handshaking no pencil up until the very last 7th game of the set, where they actually pull out the pencil just to make sure they can get that edge, you know?
Yeah. Oh god. We pray we see the C leader come back.
Oh, if neither comes out, that'll be a very glorious day for the CCA. And as we head into this game 3, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still recovering from that last match.
Dynamo!
Oh,
Dynamo!
Alright. Alright.
Oh, GMU does have that crack and cheese online though, and Carne Inksada playing a bit of a more respectable game plan here.
And with that Dynamo, the name of the game is just be respect the range, as with the recent buff to the Dynamo makes the damage of the 50 damage of it much more consistent and much more farther range. And just like that, Carne Inksada, 2 goes down. GMU already have a decent clan economy going right now, as one is trying to fight the crab, or at least contest the crab and make a distraction. But Tri-Strikes goes out. It looks like GMU might be able to get that opening play, but no!
Beautiful, honestly, and GMU does get that mid pressure, but they don't really have any specials anymore to do anything. If the leader does go down, this could be very bad.
Oh, I gotta say, that was a very clean collapse by Carne Inksada, as GMU is now be putting on the back pedal. Tactical or out. This could be their play to try and get some clams going, get some points going, as we're already 1 minute in. Nothing much of a push to be shown already. A very much different tale from these last few games compared to this one. And as Kraken goes out, the entire team just kind of scrambles in fear.
Absolutely, but it seems like the follow-up wasn't that great, as 2 go down on the side of GMU.
I think the prophecy is coming true of it being a 5-minute game, as both teams are blow for blow right now, just trying to take any sort of advantage they can get right now with Crab take out. This could be a lead to a successful push, as the Dynamo go down for Carne Inksada, 1's out for GMU. It's just constant trades right now.
It's just trades. Neither team getting a really big, solid piece of control here, and might just go 5 minutes to overtime.
Once again, another trade goes out. I think it's the Clan Blitz curse. No team can just ever get any momentum going, no matter how good you are, because it's just gonna be a constant stalemate, which works for the entertainment because there's always that constant pressure of like, oh, who's gonna mess up? Will this mistake lead to their downfall? No, because they just also got traded 2 back in return, as 1 goes out for Carne Inksada. It could be very well, but no, it's back and forth.
The Kraken is trying to do some Kraken things, but they don't have a clam. They're gonna have to retreat here. 7 clams on your. Is that shot? Yeah, they lose all of their clams now, and then the clam economy is in shambles right now. As it is going to flip over to the Carne Inksada prize, 10 clams to 8.
Any competitive players want to try and score clams in this economy? I don't think so, as we're less than halfway through this match already. Carne Inksada has a power climb at the ready as they're trying to slowly inch forward. Tactical route, this could be a push to get some points on the board, but no, they get shut down once again as 2 are down for each team. Carne Inksada, that push is just halted by GMU.
Oh my god, and the splash is still getting a couple trades at the end there, so we aren't gonna see that much. Oh, never mind. Did jumps get camped?
Oh, I'm not sure. There's just so much I'm trying to focus on at the same time. But 2 are down for Carne Inksada. GMU is really pressing up the aggression right now, turning up the gas as another one goes down. 2 go down for Carne Inksada. This could be the opening they needed for GMU as they have tactical online. 3 go down. That's the one now. That'd be some points.
Wait, and they got a second. They built a second power clam just in time. They all the way down to 60.
Oh, that just might be the opportunity they needed. As another trend with this game is that you often see just 1 push and 1 push only. As GMU right now, they have the advantage. They can just stall out with 1 minute remaining, but no, 2 are down for GMU. Carne and Inksada is slowly encroaching on their turf as they just keep flushing them out, picking off them more one by one. Carne and Inksada are looking to try and get a counterattack right now.
But their clams are not super great right now. They only have 5 clams online. Hopefully, I think there's only like 1 or 2 clams. Beautiful Zipcaster here, trying to get a pick. Doesn't quite find any. They are cooler though, so it is fine for them to go down here. They're trying to build a clam in the corner, trying to find a pick. Anything is possible here, but it... GMU didn't find him.
Oh, that Splash player is staying alive in the trenches as they got 2 picks and maybe even a third as they're Carne and Inksada keeping the momentum going in their favor. GMU, they just need to stall up for 30 seconds as specials come and go. This is just complete chaos right now.
Who go down on the side of No, Carne and Inksada. Not great. You have to pick up that clam for overtime. It's trying to save the clam here, trying to just keep their overtime dreams alive here, retreating here. They get around 20 seconds of overtime if they can keep that clam alive, but they're just tripping it. They're just tripping the clam. Is it gonna... It breaks!
The dream! They couldn't save the dream! And Carne and Inksada loses this match with just 1 push and 1 push only!
Like, it was genius match, genius play right there to recognize that that was the only power clan they had, and they just spaced out their trips on it so they couldn't pick it up.
Oh, what a phenomenal play these players have been going right now. It is the score.
2-2?
It is 2-2. It is currently at 2-2.
Lots of back and forth here.
Oh wow. I need to take a drink of water, just try and cool myself from these heated matches, man. These teams have been just giving it their all, not wanting to lose any sort of momentum going in their favor. As we head into game number 5, we're going Splat Zones on Barnacle and Dime.
Ooh, I could very well see Ballpoint coming back here. I could also see E-Leader coming if they're very, very confident.
Oh yeah, you would not be. I would be shocked if there aren't any E-Leader competitions going on right now.
But most of all, we're gonna see the Zap because cooler. We might see Slosher come back. There's some weird elevation things on this map.
Yeah, it is
but interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. Honestly, I think this is one of those maps where you can get away with most weapon types. You know, you do have the long sight lines. You do have relatively like flat surfaces, but it's not too elevated for shooters to have it be a proper disadvantage for sloshers. But there's also just ledges for AOE weapons to play around. This is just a map that kind of complements many playstyles, and it just kind of dictates the playstyle your team specifically wants to go for.
Absolutely. I've seen Vanilla Jr. come out on this map for Carbon on this map. Like, a lot of weapons can work here. Pencil is probably your best bet for backline, but anything can work.
I do wonder, like, with the combinations of these teams, where are they begin to ask, like, if they want to try and stick with what's been working, or if they want to try and mix their opponents and pull out, like, a weapon that they just kind of have been having in the pocket to try and take them by surprise. And because, like I've been saying, this map kind of, like, complements, like, just a general overview of, like, many weapon types. So it's like, you could get away with, like, a lot of, like, just pocket weapons here.
Absolutely. Are we gonna see Dynamo come back? Like,
ooh.
It could work. I mean, anything can work.
I mean, Chumps does paint zone pretty well, so we could see Gold Dynamo here.
Oh, very funny. Chumps are really funny. Same with Storm. I feel like just specials that take up a lot of space just are so good on this map.
You know, because that middle zone is very clumped together, and there really isn't any too much terrain to hide around or move around for for specials like Chumps or even Booyah Bomb to a certain extent. You know, so if they can bring some of those weapons, that's double shot.
Okay. Fire Fin?
I did say most weapon types could work here, so I just realized they're running Inksada's running quad shooter.
Oh, that's gross. That's disgusting.
Oh.
All right, so they want some scraps. They want a scrap now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that last game left a sour note in their mouth, and so they're out for blood right now.
Both teams have. Oh, what? Collapse? Was that a collapse?
I think that was a suction bomb hitting the ink tank, hitting the crab tank, which instantly detonated. That is not what you want to see from Carne Inksada. GMU taking the lead, 30 points down already, as they're just kind of already pushing up forward, keeping Carne Inksada out for as long as they can.
Absolutely, they're using their trips a little bit early, but they've got some backup trips on that slosher. One does go down on the side of Carne Inksada, and the backup trips coming in to just stall them out even more. Doesn't find any picks, but they're all stuck in pit.
Oh, this is looking like a repeat of the first. Oh, what a shot! What a shot! This Firefly is not letting Carne Inksada go. And just as I was saying, this might be a repeat of the first game. This could very well not be, as GMU is just keeping the pressure going and going. 10 points are remaining, and it's not looking good for Carne Inksada.
Two down. Oh, the bomb! The bomb gets two. That's seal it. That's gonna seal the deal.
Oh,
100-0.
That was a very, very unfortunate wave of events for Carne Inksada, constantly getting picked off in groups by bombs.
Alright, GMU takes the lead in the set.
Oh, wow. Coupled with very great shots by the Firefin, I have to say.
I feel like you don't see Scope do that much anymore.
No, I mean, it's a matter of preference, but still, very impressive.
Alright.
Oh.
Well, game 6. Matt, set point for GMU. PC Hagglefish. A classic.
Hagglefish is definitely a map mode you do want to try and just contest your one more game in the set on. Even though most might prefer zones on Hagglefish, you know, tower control on Hagglefish is still a very solid map mode. I like to think anyways. You know, really, it's all about that sort of like that wrap control, because once the tower gets into your side of the platform, that's a very dangerous zone, and that could very well easily just snowball into just a complete knockout if it gets that far.
Absolutely. I want to see Inkjets here. I want to see Trip Strikes here. Both of them are very good at taking a lot of space under like the enemy's canopy, or just like where Snipe usually stands. It's like Inkjet's just so good. I really hope people don't run Inkstorm because they forget that
yes.
The canopy is a canopy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from my last game, but yes, I think Strikes is definitely gonna be a contested. I think Strikes has always been a very like solid pick for tower control modes, anyways, because once it gets to that over time, you know, you have to like hold on the lead just for a little bit longer. You just saw the GG's got him Strikes onto tower, and you just kind of win the game.
No more GG Ray. It is now GG Strikes.
Oh god, don't say Ray. I just got flashbacks. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh, this pressure is high for Carne Inksada. A very just unfortunate series of plays by them from last game. They are definitely. I would wager that they're kind of like down in the dumps right now, because that is not what you want, the kind of plays you want to see happen to yourself, which is constantly getting picked by bombs and such. So in order to win this out, they had to win these next two sets, because GMU is at match point. So Carne Inksada have a bit of an uphill battle right now.
Absolutely. I think they might try to play more carefully, but you know, it's also Carne Inksada Prize. They might just hold W even harder now. So we will see what type of comps they'll run into in TC Hagglefish going into game 6.
I'm gonna be honest, when I see quad shooter again, okay. It's not quad shooter, I'm sorry, it's try shooter this time around.
Yeah, try shooter and BP. We love to see ballpoint. And okay, you know, they're kind of feeling themselves with that Firefin. Bring it out again on this map.
Yeah, no, I think especially I think especially after that last game with how that Firefin's been shooting the shots, I definitely would say, yeah, come back. You know, we kind of have a game to gamble with. So right now, as both teams are just kind of fighting over mid, each team just trying desperately to try to get a pick. But no, what an unfortunate good one to that Zuka shot. It's 2 down for Carne and Inksada. GMU has momentum in the frame right now as they get potentially another pick, and they do. 2 go down. This is going for GMU's opening push.
GMU, they just want to seal the game in right now. Beautiful, another on pick.
Oh,
and the Crab is just getting harassed by all of these trips. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think one thing I forgot to mention is that GMU's running a bit of a few strikes. So they got Carne Inksada has to be aware of the special generation from the other team.
Absolutely.
Oh no! Not what you want to see!
You do not want to see your cooler player going down right before you get cooler. That is very unfortunate, as that's going to just stop the push completely and return to neutral.
As GMU has their own cooler online. 2 goes down by mysterious source, but no! The source was a grab tank as Carne Inksada just flipped this with a potential quad as they're pushing forward, marching the first checkpoint and keeping GMU out!
Oh, gets a quad, and the trips are coming out to try to stall this, but the lead is gonna flip. And that's the end of that Inkjet, but they are still trying to hold W. They want to go up this ramp? No. 1 does go down, unfortunately, so that's gonna be the end of that push, but 1 point lead.
Oh, this might be just a battle for as many points as you get right now as GMU reclaiming mid, pushing up forward. Oh, what a shot! Right onto that ball point. What a shot! Onto that Zuka! And 2 go down, 3 go down for Carne Inksada! That lead they just got is now just obliterated as they're already on first checkpoint.
Is trying to save the game with that crab tank here. Stalls it out a little bit, gets a little bit of space back, but look at this aggressive charger just on the tower here.
Oh, with a charger like that, I would definitely agree to just let my charger sit on tower for the shots they've been hitting so far. As another one goes over Carne Inksada, they're just marching forward more and more, getting just some more momentum. This is starting to get to the danger territory. One time, like I mentioned, once you get past that ramp, that second checkpoint, it becomes very potential of a snowball as Carne Inksada keep going down and down and down. But GMU, can they contest it long enough for a checkpoint?
Looks like the shot does find the pick, does kind of stop the bleeding a little, but 36 is a very respectable push on this map.
Most definitely, yeah. That is as far as most teams potentially could even get on an even playing field. And since these both teams are on an even playing field, that very well could just be as far as GMU is gonna take it. And right now, Carne Inksada has to focus on trying to clinch this victory out.
Absolutely, and the beautiful Slosher kill, but 2 go down the side of Carne Inksada. Slosher kind of overextending here, lives on like 2 HP. Oh my god.
This is do or die right now for Carne Inksada. Match point for GMU. They had to get him. Miracle right now, and the miracle they might have is 2 go down, 3 go down for GMU. Carne Inksada is looking to flip this into their favor as this charger goes out. This is a complete reset for GMU as they're pushing up with the grab tank.
They get the pick. Oh my god! They're looking for more. They're taking so much space here, but they have to clear that first check still. That first check is a full 10 points of checkpoint they have to clear. But look at this splash! This splash is crazy! Wait, it's just a shot! It's just a shot, and they have Zuka here. They have to try to save the game here. Zuka gets popped, doesn't find the Inkjet here as we're rolling up to second check. 1 goes down on each side. This is gonna be a nail biter. 1 minute left to play. 2 go down on Carne Inksada, but they're still moving the tower. It's just the charger. 1 more goes down, but the charger gets the last.
Just a miracle shot by the charger. They managed to stop that push by Carne Inksada, potentially denying them this set as we're down to 30 seconds remaining. GMU have control of mid, have control of the tower. Carne Inksada, they need to get the specials online right now.
But look at the special advantage. It's 3-2 in special advantage. 4 specials actually as Cooler gets popped. Look at that Crab. Crab is gonna get immediately get off the tower, but the trip strike's there. But he finds one anyways.
Oh, it's trade for trade right now. Both teams are just dying to try and potentially end this game right now. Carne Inksada, they have control of the tower right now. Right now, 1 goes on the bomb. They have a taste of their own medicine as Carne Inksada is getting picked left and right. GMU,
because he has the trips. They cancel the trips. No GG trips for GMU, and a beautiful Zuka. Delayed wipe. It's just the shot. Shots trying their best, and 2.
just a very frantic chain of events. GMU tried to shut Carne and Inksada down, but no, they held out to the very end and clinched this sweet victory, bringing it to match point. This is Game 7 of our opening match of the season.
I cannot believe it. Like, everything was going wrong for Carne and Inksada. They had 3 specials. They had 2 GG trips with 14 seconds left, but they just put, pedal to the metal, got the pick with the crab, kept chasing, got the 2nd pick, got the 3rd pick, and denied any hope of using those trips.
Oh, that is what you call taking a chance and keep taking chance after chance until you win that victory. Because Carne and Inksada, they kept taking those chances, and even though it was do or die for them, most players would have just have given up at that point. They held strong and they took victory just out of GMU's grasp.
Oh, we love to see a good overtime push, but I personally did not believe them. I'm like, no, you can't win against double trips in overtime. But they did.
Oh, and now, Game 7, Rainmaker on Scorch Gorge. This is it. This will potentially just set up how these teams will be fueling out for the remainder of the season. These guys are on prime time right now. First match to be seen for the CCA. So there's a lot of pressure for both of these teams to not just fail themselves, but to just not fail those who are cheering for each of these teams.
Absolutely. Tensions are very high as we go into the last game of the set. Set point for both of these teams. I mean, like, this is basically like what sets your momentum for the rest of the season. Like, this is extremely important.
Oh, I'm trying to pull back the bias, or the commentator's bias a little bit. I do hope both of these teams can make it through groups just so we can see them again in bracket, because seeing these teams fight it off in bracket again would be legendary. But right now, we're heading to our final game of the set. Game number 7 on Rainmaker Scorch Gorge, and we're going to see exactly what these teams are going to try and end this set on.
Alright, Carne and Inksada are like, alright, we figured out what works. Is that a blade?
Those are 2 new weapons from GMU, pulling out this potential mix-up to try and get Carne and Inksada out of tempo right now.
Blade
as both teams...
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so Carne and Inksada getting the opening pop here, getting a little bit of that special advantage there. No picks coming up yet. You're just playing very slow. Both teams got cooler exactly the same, but who got a pick?
Carne and Inksada managed to get their first player down, as GMU with cooler empowered right now. Another pick from GMU. They're gonna try and run forward and potentially get this first checkpoint in less than a minute, but Crab denies them.
Beautiful Crab there, getting 2 and potentially saving this checkpoint, but that pop is going to be on the side of GMU again. And the VAC! They don't have anything to contest the VAC! And the stamp the combo! That's gonna be the first checkpoint for GMU as one goes down on Carne and Inksada, but they used all of their specials to get that check.
And they're not done yet. They keep pushing it. They're running it forward to try and get as much of a lead as they can. And what I need to mention about this map mode is whoever breaks the first checkpoint gets to set the tempo for the rest of the game. And since it's GMU, things are definitely looking in their favor right now. As Carne and Inksada are just trying to recover, trying to reset, and they do manage to get a pick on that charger. So it's up to them to try and see how they play out this momentum shift.
Absolutely, and 40 points is a very respectable push. 3 minutes 38 left in the game here. I mean, it's really hard to push into VAC. Like, Crab is insane. It's just been going insane like these past games. The Crab, the splash, Zuka pick it to top it off though. This is insane.
Carne and Inksada's splash player is the savior, the MVP of their team, haunting so many pushes, and now they're trying to potentially make any opening they can right now. But no, with the vacuum right now, they're gonna try and deny them out and try and just flush them back and potentially get that Rainmaker to explode on their own teammate.
I mean, oh my god, GMU's insane. They're just going insane right now. Like every time they get cooler, they're just like, let's go, we gotta move. Trips come out, Stamp is ready.
GMU taste victory. It is within their grasp right now. As Cooler goes out for Carne Inksada, we're gonna see if they can what exactly they can do. And if the 2 is down for it right now for Carne Inksada, they do have Cooler, so it's not gonna be worth much right now. As GMU are trying to contest the Rainmaker pop, Carne Inksada potentially could flip that on their heads. As GMU just decides to just play back. They have 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. They can time them out. They don't need to be as aggressive right now.
Ooh, yeah, the blade does get found out sharking there, so that's going to be a good, clean one down without Cooler. Special advantage in the side of Carne Inksada. They do get a pick. Crab getting popped to try to save themselves from that torpedo. Jet also gets popped. But look at this angle from the Charger, putting so much pressure out.
And with the vac coming out, it's going to halt Carne Inksada's push right now as they're just flushing them back a bit by bit. One goes down for each team. Carne Inksada trying to recover, and that legendary splash player pushing in to try to see exactly what play they can make, and it's just gonna cause a scramble for GMU before eventually they go down. Carne Inksada 2 down, strikes pushing them back. This is looking to be GMU's opportunity to try and push this Rainmaker back to the base.
Absolutely, and beautiful stab coming out.
Oh!
Hit 1, tries to find a second, doesn't find a second, but creates so much space. Look at that, 36, 24, 19.
Oh! That's not good. That's not good. With the Rainmaker right there at that final ramp, GMU has what I like to call a knockout scenario. For Carne Inksada to win this, they practically have to get a knockout in order to win. And with that first checkpoint still up, that task is looking to be much a harder task to do with each passing second, as we have 1 minute remaining on the final game of the set.
Absolutely. We've seen Carne Inksada clutch these out before, but will they get the clutch today again for the second time in the set? 50 seconds left to play, but they have to break the checkpoint and get all the way up that ramp. It's incredibly unlikely. We'll see what they can do.
And it is going to be especially difficult with that vacuum. With both of these, none of these teams necessarily have anything to directly counter a vacuum. That vacuum just could definitely do the right thing and play the stall game right now. As even though that Rainmaker goes down, that's very dangerous. 2 go for 3 go down for Carne Inksada. GMU has the Rainmaker, has the man advantage. That's a one now, and I think that might be it. That might just spell Carne Inksada's fate.
I think so. GMU, they're not
What a
even
shot!
gonna try to pop this. They know they don't have to pop this. They're just gonna leave it in the corner. Let the timer reach 0. Overtime is not gonna happen, as I believe GMU takes the set.
What a performance by GMU! Their mental must have been rocked by that last-minute victory last set, but they stood strong and they stood proud, and they just denied Carne Inksada from the comeback.
I mean, like, what an adaptation for Rainmaker, though. Like, they're like, all right, we gotta bring out the vac. We gotta bring out the blade in case they bring out the vac.
Yeah, yes. The one thing about that ramp is that it's very susceptible to a special combo like that, because pushing that onto that ramp, where else are you gonna run if you have any players there? You know.
I mean, incredible, and like the stats on these players though, like we can see like the playmakers on each team. Like Carne Inksada has the splash player going insane, and Kita on GMU just going insane with the stamp. The stamp was every stamp it got like at least like 1 or 2 picks.
And I also do want to point out props to the Charger from GMU as well, hitting so many just legendary shots to just halt Carne Inksada or stall it out long enough for them to get the momentum. Both of these teams just done phenomenal tonight, just showing off exactly why these teams are in Division 1.
Absolutely. And I believe coming up next we got let's see, Farmingdale Esports from Farmingdale State College versus Moravian Cyberscribs of Moravian University in Division 4 coming up next.
Ooh, if this set was anything to be a telltale of like what the rest of the sets of tonight might be, you don't want to miss a thing. That set has probably been one of the most exciting things I've like casted in my career. So I'm very glad to have witnessed this and be able to cast this set live, because these games, man, I'm like, So I'm so worked up still. My heart's beating right now.
So stick around, and we'll be right back.